All right, what's up, everybody? So we're gonna do our Pokemon tier list, Gen 2 this time. We did our tier list by type for Gen 1 a couple of days ago. It was almost an hour long, so be sure to check that out on my channel and on Jay Play's channel.
Hmm.
It was a great video. We had a lot of good dialogue. We were pretty torn on a lot of different types on what Pokemon
Hmm.
to ultimately pick, but I think for the most part we came up with some pretty good picks. Some
Definitely.
some of them I'm sure pretty unanimous across most Pokemon fans, such as Charizard, um, and then the other Charizards we missed pretty much.
I think Lapras. I think Lapras can clear for Ice type.
Yeah, I think so too. And honestly,
Gengar.
I hope Gengar and Dragonite obviously only
Yeah,
Dragon type. But I would hope Mew would hold a soft place in many people's hearts for the legendary tab too.
for sure.
Um, but other than that, I'm really excited to get into Gen 2. Um, I haven't really put much thought into it before this video. So, as we click on each type on each square, I'm really going to be surprised because I haven't even been thinking about the Pokemon of Gen 2 right now. So I'm sure
Uh,
some things will pop out at me and we'll have some good dialogue again.
yeah, for sure. Gen 2's a weird generation, but I like it a lot. I definitely do.
Absolutely.
All
So
right.
if you want to get started, let's
Yeah.
click on normal
Normal. Let's see
and
here.
what
Okay.
pops out at you first?
Okay. I see three things that I gotta comment on when I open this.
Okay.
Number one, I'll call out Hoot Hoot and slash Noctile for the anime. Ashes.
Okay.
Technically, he had the shiny one, right, for all of the
Yeah.
anime. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
classic. Number two, we just had Ursa Luna. Two forms of him come out within this last year, so
Right.
Ursaring's kind of jumped up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then,
That's a good point.
hmm and then my last one is Whitney's Miltank, which was absolutely devastating to me as a kid, and definitely killed me a couple times.
Yeah, dude, you unlocked a memory in my head.
Yep.
I completely forgot about her miltank because
The rollout, dude.
yes, rollout would ruin me, dude.
Yep.
So yeah, that's a good pick right there.
Hmm.
I'm surprised you didn't mention Dunsparce because of
I,
his new evolution
I know. I was the reason I
and Giraffe
didn't.
Rig.
Yeah, they did both get good, and I guess Stantler got an evolution too in Legends Arceus. Jeez, but
Goodness, like half these Pokemon.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I don't know. To me, what is it, Dudun Sparse? It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of funny because it's like it's what nobody really wanted, but it's like it makes
Nobody.
sense. Yeah, I don't know. Dunsparce, I always did kind of like him, but I think I think I like the other ones a little bit more. I don't like
Yeah,
Girafarig a lot, but I do like for Farigiraf. I think he's pretty cool.
Rigraff.
For Rig, I think about
The
that.
stupidest thing ever. That's awesome. Um, the only thing with Dunsparce's evolution, I think obviously I think it's funny. It's just a big fat Dunsparce,
Yeah,
but I do kind of wish they went the route of giving him like some epic evolution,
yeah.
like some really well-deserved glory.
Hmm.
But I think the Dunsparce, if they're gonna go that route, that was definitely like the best, like funniest route they could have gone.
Yeah.
Um, to me, what pops out at me, and maybe it's just the sheer like girth of it, it's Blissey.
Blissey is
I mean,
a thick mon. That's the thing
yes,
is.
and I always like how like with Chansey and Blissey when you fight them in any
Hmm.
Pokemon game, I don't really know like the statistics behind it, but like with like Blissey and Aldino and Pokemon like that, they give
Hmm.
off like a lot of experience when you beat them.
Yeah.
And so like I more so like Blissey just because I always loved beating him to a pulp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I honestly that's a good pick. That's a good
And the
pick.
most health in the game,
Hmm.
you know.
A lot
That's an
of
accolade
health.
there. What is it like 720 something?
I don't know. I all I know is it's astronomical.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, you pick Noctowl. So for me,
Hmm.
people may be surprised because I feel like we may pick a Pokemon that people might not be thinking, and that
Hmm.
Pokemon I think is Noctowl.
Yeah.
Um, I think for the reason you said, Ash's Pokemon, I believe the first shiny, maybe even did he have any other shinies?
I honestly don't know. I don't really remember watching much after
Right.
this, honestly, other than every once in a while catching it like on a Saturday morning. You know what I mean?
Well, even if it was the only
Mm,
shiny, it was at least his first.
mm,
That's an accolade right there. Um, I just think it's just a Pokemon that's often overlooked.
mm,
Perhaps for good reason. Who knows?
mm,
I'm not huge into competitive anymore, but I definitely think for the anime reasons, because I just like owls in general. I
mm.
think it's a cool owl. Um, I think it deserves a spot,
All
but
right.
I will let you decide.
All I know is it's my second favorite owl line. I don't know how many there is, but it gets my vote.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Noctowl. All right, fire.
Okay.
Definitely not Slugma and Macargo, that's
Nope.
for sure.
They do. Slugma does have a awesome shiny. I will say that, but he would never get my vote. Um.
No.
Mm-mm.
Although every other Pokemon, dude, very tough.
Hmm.
Well, other than Magby.
Yeah.
Um, but every other Pokemon, like I love all of them.
Hmm.
Um,
I am
Dang, man.
100% biased on this one, and it's. I just remember I still have my copy of Pokemon Gold to this day,
Mm-hmm.
and I just remember I I remember I think it was Gen 4. No, it was in Soul Silver. I managed to get a shiny Ho-Oh, and Ho-Oh was on my
Oh, you
copy of.
grinded for it, or was it random?
I don't remember. I think I did kind of grind for it, and it was like an accident almost. Like I did it like a couple of times, and I got really. Who knows? It was like 20 years ago. But
All back,
besides
yeah.
the point, I'm really biased towards Ho-Oh. I know we try
Well,
not to pick legendaries, so I'll hear you out, but that's definitely my number one in this category right now.
well, so I'll circle back to Ho in a second,
Mhm.
but to start with Typhlosion, to me,
Mhm.
he was always my least favorite fire starter.
E. Let me.
Cyndaquil, and then Final Evolution. I just think it's kind of a boring
Mhm.
design,
Mhm.
personally. And then Houndour and Houndoom, I just think they look awesome. They just look like demonic fire dogs in a sense.
Yeah,
I just
they're
think they
pretty
look
cool.
cool.
Cool typing too.
Um, yeah, Dark Fires,
Mhm.
like yeah, that's awesome. Entei, I know a lot of people's favorite legendary dog is
Mhm.
Suicune, but to me, for some reason, it was always Entei.
Really?
Yeah, I
Was it
I
the
just
movie?
love. No, it wasn't even the movie. I just loved his design.
He does
Um,
have a sick design.
yeah, I love his design. He's just like this big stoic looking dog that's just giant, like a
Mhm.
yeah. I,
Big
I
big
don't know.
bear
I just
dog.
yeah, like a bear dog.
Mhm.
So I just really like his design.
I do as
Just a
well.
personal opinion.
Mhm.
Um, but now Ho-Oh. Um, I think Ho-Oh, especially for its time,
Mhm.
has one of the best designs that they had made up until that
Mhm.
point, and even like after.
Mhm.
I just think it's so beautiful looking, like all the colors, just how majestic it looks, and then not to mention the Ho-Oh in what episode one
One.
of the
Yeah.
anime.
Like.
Just yeah, I think just that foreshadowing things in the anime and just like how it was
Mhm.
the first legendary shown in the
I
show. Like
I
I don't know,
think.
just
Oh, starting to. I think
no, you're fine.
that. I think they actually showed Ho-Oh in episode one there, and I don't even think Gold and Silver were actually technically out yet. So it was
I
almost like a
think you're
teaser.
yeah, I think I
Like.
remember hearing
Mhm.
about that or reading that somewhere.
Mhm.
So yeah, they literally were foreshadowing, and I think that's
Mhm.
pretty cool to be
It's
honest.
it's really cool.
So as much as I agree that we should try and stray away from legendaries, I think
Mhm.
Ho-Oh is definitely deserving of the award for fire type.
Are you cool with that? I
I'm
appreciate it.
100% cool with that.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Water.
Water.
Okay. Wow,
Some
got some
pretty
good picks here.
pretty solid ones in here.
Okay, what pops out first to you? Because
Uh,
my cursor's on it.
really, there's a lot that I like in here. If I'm gonna be honest with you, so
There's
let
a
me.
there's a lot I like, but there's one that I just when I was a kid, I was just drawn more to.
Yes, I mean I have one that I'm immediately drawn to. I love Totodile, but I will
Okay.
hear you. I want to hear what you have to say. Because I'm not super biased in any of these, I think.
Mine's Kingdra.
Kingdra? Okay.
Yeah, I just think for what they were going for, how it's
Mm-hmm.
one of those I can't even think of the animal. It's what is it?
Seahorse.
A seahorse. Yeah, I couldn't think of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um the fact that they made a seahorse look that awesome
Mm-hmm.
while looking majestic still, like you can tell it's gonna eat you alive basically. But
Yeah.
it's like, what they modeled it after. I
Mm-hmm.
just think they did the best job they could have done with what they were going for. Not to mention its typing. Um
Water dragon, right?
yeah, yeah. So I just think that's awesome. I don't think they had done that yet up until Kingdra with the typing.
No.
Um, yeah, because they
Actually,
just had Dragonite in first gen. So,
yeah. I don't want to. I do love Kingdra, but I do
mhm.
think he's actually the only dragon type in Gen 2.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I think he is.
Oh, wow. Okay. So yeah, we'll save that then. Even if he's not, we'll still save him. Um,
Yeah, I would. I'm like 99% sure because Tyranitar's the pseudo and
let
he's
me
Dark Rock.
let's look
Let's
over
just double
there.
check real quick. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just gonna click on that right there.
For
I
Dragon.
yeah yeah.
Here,
Just
I'm gonna do it later for my timestamps.
okay, perfect. Yeah.
But okay, so yeah, good point there. Um,
It, I would give him the vote. I would let you give him the vote for that if it wasn't for the fact that
yeah,
he's.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
I
Yeah.
do like him a lot.
Um,
Absolute crazy design. Like I
yeah.
love Water Dragon. It's such a good typing. Such a
hmm
good typing.
Um, real quick, and I'll
Hmm.
let you talk. My my other two that I'm drawn to would
Hmm.
be Slowking,
Hmm.
just for the alternate Evo and like
Hmm.
what you have to do with the King's Rock, and then Lantern, believe it or not, just because of the typing.
I was gonna say I had a Lantern on my team growing up, and I love Lantern.
hmm
So he's definitely one of my standouts now.
Yeah.
I like Galarian Corsola. I thought that was cool, but I'm not
Yeah,
gonna give
I did
credit to
too.
Corsola for that. And
hmm
then I love Azumarill. Since he got the water, I mean the water fairy typing.
Right.
I have a shiny one actually in Scarlet and Violet that I caught, and
Oh, nice.
he has huge power, and he's belly drum huge power monster. Aqua Jet everything just dead.
Did you nickname him Purple Dungus like I did Quagsire in our recent video?
No, I did not. Check out that video though, guys. That's a
Yeah,
good one.
check that out, please. Um, yeah, Azumarill, solid. Quagsire even gets a little love for me just because nothing crazy, not really a good Pokemon to be honest with his
Mm,
stats even, but he is pretty bulky and you can get some use out of him,
definitely.
utility wise.
He's a
But
goofball.
what are you thinking for water?
Um, I think we're gonna get a lot of hate if we don't pick Totodile, but I
Of
also do
course.
like Lantern, so I'm okay
Yeah,
with either
well,
of them.
you know what? I think there's something to us having our own personal opinions that still match
Hmm.
and us picking a Pokemon people might not always think about,
Hmm.
you
Besides,
know?
we have the starter pick later on, so I'm okay
Right.
with holding off.
Yeah.
So Lantern,
Lantern is good with me.
awesome. Oof.
Yeah.
I once again I look at this list and there is one Pokemon that is the only one I care about.
Celebi.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's
I hate to do
Meg-
it, but what is it? The GS
Chikorita,
form?
Meganium
Mm,
are what'd you say?
no, go ahead. Just start talking about those.
Uh, Chikorita, Meganium, least favorite grass types starters by far.
Yeah, I think they're actually
Like
my least favorite. No, they're my
undoubtedly.
no. I don't like the Gen 6 one, the Chestnut guy. I don't like him at all.
I actually do.
Do you?
Yeah, I think he has a cool design, at
I think
least.
maybe it's just the colors, but yeah, I think as far as
Probably.
starters go, it's probably one of the most boring starters there we've ever gotten, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think Meganium's like pretty looking, I guess, but like
Eh,
it just
it's
yeah, and
okay.
that's even a reach, but
Yeah.
it's still pretty basic design, even for Gen 2,
Mm,
and not a whole lot you can do with Meganium, I feel like. I will say though, other than Celebi, the one I would give a shout out to is Jump Luff,
Hmm.
just because Jump Luff can be utilized pretty well. Or at
He's
least I know it used to be able to in comp at some point, but I don't know
hmm
anymore
he's got a bunch of cool moves. He's
because
got a
he's
bunch
got
of I mean,
Spore, right?
yeah, he's a grass type, so he gets all those super annoying like stun spore, rage power, all that stuff that
Mm-hmm.
is annoying and is very useful. So
Yeah,
definitely give him a shout out. I like
shout
his
out, but
little puffballs.
yeah, but like you said, I mean, clear winner here, and I
Selby.
think we would be stupid not to pick Celebi.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? The GS ball? That's what I was talking about earlier from the anime, I think, right?
Ooh, you're yeah, I
Something.
have no idea.
No idea. Let us know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. I might be completely wrong, but
Well, they will
eh,
let us know.
they will let us know.
So Celebi gets that pick, and now we're off to
Oh.
Electric. Okay.
Go ahead,
Well,
you go.
I know for you it sounds like you're kind of like pushing towards Raikou,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
for me, I actually do really like Ampharos
I do
or
love
Ampharos, however you say its name.
Ampharos. Yeah, I
Yeah.
I do like Ampharos a lot. I like that whole line a lot.
Every time I play Heart Gold,
Hmm.
I always have an Ampharos on my team.
Hmm.
And just because I don't know, it's just one of those Pokemon that they're not like a pseudo by any means, not even close,
Hmm.
maybe not even the most viable option for even an electric type, but
Hmm.
um, it's solid. It always gets me through the gyms. It always gets me through the Elite Four. I never have a problem. Always get good utility out of it.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think it's a cool design too. Just really like it.
Yeah, I I got my win on Ho-Oh. I'll give it to Ampharos, but this one definitely hurts me. I love Raikou's design. I really
Well, I
do.
do too, and I'm only talking about Inferno so much just because we did pick two legendaries. But I
Yeah,
mean,
already. But
yeah,
Gen 2 is
but
just kind of a weird gen. But
it is a weird gen. But I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I'll still leave this one up to you because you might not share the same sentiment I do,
Hmm.
and I know we both do like Raikou. So,
I do no, I like Ampharos a lot. I'll give it to Ampharos.
okay,
I'll give it. But
give him some love.
just know down in the comments that that one hurt a little.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It does.
All right.
Ice
Ice
type.
type. Okay, let's
Um.
see here.
Okay, so I will
Hmm.
say always hated Piloswine, but Mamoswine, like amazing legendary. Or not legendary, sorry. Amazing
New Evo.
evolution.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you. That line I
But
did not care about till Mamoswine came out.
yeah, but I think I still like Weevil better.
Yes.
Like I know that this is Sneasel,
Sneasel.
but
Sneasel.
I like Weevil though for because that was also later Evo, right?
Yeah, Weavile's the new Evo in Gen 4 with a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon's got Gen 4 evolutions.
I didn't even realize that until we were looking through
Hmm.
this list.
Yeah.
Um, But I don't know, man. What do you have any sentiment towards one more than the other, or do you for some reason like smooch them like a weirdo?
No. I do
Okay,
like
cool.
Delibird, but
Yeah, Delibert's cool, just
he does
very gimmicky.
Sneasel's cool. He's an Ice Dark. There he was it's cool.
Hmm.
I love the design and colors of shiny Hisuian Sneasel. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but
I
it might be
haven't
one of my favorite shinies.
really.
Very nice.
Hmm.
So I'm good with giving to the little scratchy boy.
Okay, little scratchy boy gets our vote.
All right, fighting type. Oh,
Fighting.
that's a
Oh,
quick. That's a quick.
100% Heracross. All right, move on.
I don't even care. Yep.
Um, but real quick though, like
Yeah, let's
on a
talk about
on a
it.
real note, um, for some reason I've always been drawn to Heracross. I think he's just such a cool, bulky like unit of a bug type.
Yeah, I mean, who
Like
doesn't
a
like
lot
him?
of bug types are just kind of like, just kind of like,
Yeah,
I'm here,
you throw a
but
pebble at it and that thing's just gone. Oh,
yeah,
code.
yeah, you sneeze and it just explodes.
Yeah.
But Heracross, like he's just a unit,
hmm
obviously good old Mega Horn. Like
Yep.
if he couldn't learn Mega Horn with that thing on its forehead, then yeah, I would have started playing Digimon at this point. But
hmm
yeah, Heracross, cool design. What's his shiny look like? Do you know?
It's all pink, actually.
Oh, all pink.
Yeah, it's kind of
Oh,
cool. It's not
nice.
my favorite. I do like that the female Heracross actually. I think her horn actually is a little heart, so in the shiny it looked
Oh,
kind of good.
dang, I never knew that.
I think so. I might be wrong. Don't don't
Hmm.
I think though.
Well, you made a lot of claims that people could potentially roast you for in the
Yeah,
comments
that's
if they're
fine.
wrong.
Whatever. Got to start
All
some
right,
conversation.
that's true. All right, poison type,
Poison type.
100% easy vote. Crobat.
Crobat, yes, I do
Yeah,
like
I
Crobat a lot.
think Crobat is a very very epic cave Pokemon, and I say that because well, I don't think you can ever find Crobat in a cave, but at least for the Pokemon you do usually find in those caves that you never want to go into
Mm,
because you just want to run away from everything.
mm,
I think at the very least, if you wanted a Crobat, then at least you can look forward to going into a cave in the game because you can catch either a Zubat or a Golbat.
yeah,
Um,
and then they'll
and
evolve into something cool because
yeah,
they weren't very
exactly.
cool in Gen 1, but Crobat's
No,
definitely an upgrade for sure.
yeah, absolutely. All right,
All right.
ground type.
Ooh,
Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing.
I
Okay,
mm,
can I start this one off?
yeah, no please.
Okay, so you remember how I said I used to play comp a lot back in the
hmm
day?
hmm
So I think it was in the Diamond Pearl era. I was doing a lot of competitive battling on my DS,
hmm
in the I forget what it was called, but basically you go to the second floor of the Pokemon Center and you could battle that way.
Yeah. hmm
And I had Donphan as my lead. Um,
Okay.
I should be able to remember what moves he had and what my strategy was because I used him so much, but unfortunately, I don't. I just know I had Don Fan as my lead, and he was more of a wall and a strategist for my team. And I swear, man, I barely ever lost, especially back in those days because,
hmm
like Smogon and stuff like that wasn't as popular.
Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, I have so much love for Don Fan, and he would 100% get my vote. But I'll definitely listen to what you have to say, possibly about Steelix.
Actually, I do like Steelix. He's not my number one pick. I actually looked at this and I agree with you. I like Donphan a lot.
Oh,
Um,
perfect.
he's a little elephant, a little roundy boy. I like the
He
paradox
is.
forms that he's gotten. Those are really
Mm-hmm.
cool. Overall, like I've used him in games before. I found a random one. I didn't even try to catch it, and I mean, didn't even try to go for him in Scarlet and Violet. So he was on the
Yeah.
team. I'd like him a lot, man.
Yeah.
He was in the anime, right, for a little bit.
He
Yeah.
was.
hmm I am
Well,
actually fine with that. Quagsire is funny, obviously.
yeah,
Gligar is cool, but he gets a evolution that really skyrockets him up for me.
absolute. Same thing with Larvitar and Poopy Tar.
Yeah, Poopy Target. And Steelix is probably going to win in a different category. Maybe. We'll see.
Well,
So,
I'll tell you right now, Tyranitar is definitely going to win Dark.
probably
So,
Rock as well for me, honestly.
well, definitely Rock, but we'll have to place him in Dark, I would
Y-
assume.
yeah,
So,
we'll see.
yeah,
We'll see.
but yeah, we'll pick Don Van for this.
Don fan.
All
Flying
right,
type.
flying. Okay, obviously
Okay.
Noctowl, Crobat.
Okay.
Um, mm,
Um,
we're both kind of like, all right.
I mean,
So
I look and I like Skarmory.
yep, that's the one that I was kind of leaning to more so than
Uh-huh.
the others right now.
Because I have a feeling that for Psychic type, we're going to end up picking Lugia, but I won't say.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. I think it really depends on what's in Psychic type if Skarmory or Lugia gets this pick for me.
Yeah, this this genuinely is kind of a hard decision
hmm
between Skarmory and Lugia.
Hang on, I'm
You
gonna
know,
cheat for a second. 'Cause, 'second. 'Cause, 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 'cause Yeah, we can go ahead and pick Skarmory.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Skarmory, Steel Flying type, absolute
Great combination.
insane
Yeah, great
typing.
combination.
Literally the greatest to do it until Corviknight came out, but still
Yep.
like Skarmory a lot.
Yep.
Absolute unit right there.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Corviknight though, because yeah, that was such a unique typing in Gen 2, and it
Hmm.
cancels out a lot of the moves or the typings that are strong against them.
Hmm.
But then yeah, Corviknight comes into the scene way later and is just a bulkier, better version in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm saying better design, but Skarmory's
Yeah.
still got a crazy. I do like his design a lot.
Yeah, I do too. All right. Psychic. All right.
Oh,
There's
I
a
kind
lot
of
of poop on my screen.
yeah, I glossed over one that I guess could get the consideration, but I don't. To me, it's a clear cut winner. But I'll
See,
let you.
to me, well, okay, you have me confused on what your clear cut winner is now, because for me, it's 100,000% Espeon.
Espeon, okay. Yeah, so to me, I think I like Lugia better because
Mm-hmm.
to me, Espeon's probably like my third or probably my fourth evolution, but third or fourth. But
Mm-hmm.
I do like Lugia a lot. But I'm good with picking Espeon if you want. Espeon is insanely good.
I just have a lot of nostalgia with Espeon, with Coliseum. I'm sure you do
Yeah,
the
I do.
same.
I do as well.
So although now I like Umbreon more than Espeon, especially like shiny form and everything,
Mm,
um, back then, as a kid with Umbreon, you couldn't do as much, if you know what I mean, like attacking wise and you
yeah,
know
he's bulky, where
yeah,
Espeon
and
hits
and
like a
as a
truck.
kid, yeah, and as a kid, I didn't care about Umbreon and what his capabilities were. I just wanted to
Mm,
hit things like a truck with Psychic,
yeah.
and that's what Espeon could do for me.
Hmm.
And I just really liked Espeon. Spent a lot of time with Espeon and Coliseum.
Hmm.
Obviously, Lugia is an amazing Pokemon, amazing design.
Love the
Um,
movie.
yeah, so I mean, I really could go either way on this now that I've talked about the both of them.
Hmm.
Um, and I feel like I've kind of been in a sense, the deciding factor for some of these. So I would be okay picking Lugia,
Mm,
just because I do like Umbreon more now.
yeah. No, I think Espeon deserves the spotlight. I think I think I think that's fair.
Okay, and
Um,
kind of wanes our list a little more off legendaries too. I
yeah,
would
definitely.
suppose.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think we could give it to Lugia maybe later. We'll see. I'm
Okay,
not gonna rush anything, but
yeah,
all
all
right.
right.
So bug type. I see two Pokemon in here that I like, and one's already gotten a vote. So
Yep, Scizor it is.
yes,
Although Shuckle, very, very unique what they did with Shuckle.
absolute goofball.
Goofball, there I always enjoyed watching like some of those in the old days of YouTube, like people using Shuckle and sweeping a team with Shuckle. Funny
Hmm.
enough,
Yeah,
but yeah, overall, like Scizor is just easier to use.
insane.
More fun to use in my opinion. Awesome design. Gotta go with Scizor.
Yeah, hits like a truck too.
Yep.
Okay, rock type.
Rock type.
Well, this was even easier.
Can I peek at dark real quick?
Yeah, you can. I know what's gonna win in dark for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tyranitar 100% for rock.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh man, I don't know what to pick on Ghost, Christian.
Oh no, what are we picking for Ghost? Maybe we can't see the other picks because they're Ghost. All right. Yeah. Mischievous.
Yep.
You'll have to get
Actually,
the vote.
yeah, Mistress. I did. With the new paradox form, it's making me like her, a
Yeah.
little more. I will say, but obviously the paradox form is just insane. Way better
Yeah.
typing, but
Naturally. Yeah.
yeah, but I'm
All
not
right.
mad at it.
Me neither.
Kingdra, right?
Dragon. Definitely Kingdra.
Yeah,
It speaks volumes with especially
oh
because Kingdra could have gotten my water vote too. So I
yeah,
think that speaks volumes to,
yeah,
its design and its typing and just how cool it is. All right,
yeah.
dark type. Yeah, 100%. it's got to be Umbreon, man. I think
Hmm.
Umbreon, like its shiny form with the blue mixed with all the black, looks so
Hmm.
good.
Yeah, Umbreon. As much as I like Tyranitar, even if we didn't choose Tyranitar for Dark, I still think
Hmm.
Umbreon would have taken it for me.
Yeah, I do still think that would have been a close decision. I think I was just biased towards Tyranitar from when we were looking in the rock types, but
Yeah,
yeah, when I looked into Dark and I saw Umbreon, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, definitely pick
yeah.
Tyranitar for rock.
Hmm.
Yeah, Umbreon fan favorite. I don't know if you know much about the Moonbreon card from Evolving
Um,
Skies.
no,
It
I'm not.
was
I never was in as the TCG as much as you were, so.
it was basically a card. I think it was the set released 2 years ago at this point.
Hmm.
But the card now, I would have to check, but I think the card now near mint is worth over like $500 to $600,
Wow,
and the set released 2 years ago.
that's insane. It must have been
Yeah,
a crazy artwork.
that's exactly why I think it's elevated to the degree it has. The artwork is phenomenal. You'll have
Hmm.
to look at it whenever you get a chance.
Yeah, I'll definitely
But
I'll look it up after this for
but
sure.
yeah, Umbreon definitely dark vote.
Dark vote.
All right,
Hmm.
Steel. You know what? Obviously, Scizor one bug, Skarmory one flying. Correct.
Hmm.
Yep. Um, Fortress. He's a good lead for certain teams.
Yeah.
but Steelix, there's just something special about Steelix.
Yeah.
He's probably the most ferocious looking Pokemon there is, even through Gen what 9 are we at now?
Yeah. He's a mean looking dude. He's got
He
that
is. I
underbite,
mean,
something serious.
he's got that underbite from munching on all the onyxes that it feeds on.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think that's a pretty easy vote for Steel.
Hmm. I will say real quick,
Hmm.
I I hate like stupid trade evos. Like I know Gengar is one, but like
Yeah, yeah.
it's always been annoying to me.
And yeah, especially well, nowadays not so much, I feel like,
Yeah,
but back in the early gens with
it was so
like
hard.
yeah, when I was a kid, like with my Game Boy or whatever, and I'm trying to
Hmm.
trade a Pokemon just to get it to evolve, and then trying to trust some little brat 8-year old that he's gonna trade it back.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, that was definitely had to jump through some hoops, but it made it more special though. When
Yeah.
you were able to finally evolve it, it was such a surreal moment. But yeah, for the most part, it is pretty gimmicky thing to have in the
Hmm.
game, but it is interesting, and I think Steelix definitely wins the vote.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Fairy, I'll let you start with this. What are you thinking?
I immediately see this, and I don't mind Togepi, but I know Togepi evolves two more times, and I
Mm-hmm.
like the final one way more than anything of the other
Yeah,
two.
yeah, yeah.
And then I look at Azumarill, and I know that he's a big, happy golden boy in my Scarlet and Violet, and he hits like a truck. And
Yep, yep.
I like that pick a lot. But go ahead if you have anything.
No,
Let me.
I mean, I don't really see what else we could go with, really. I
You don't
mean,
want a
Grand
Igglybuff?
don't want I don't want an Iggly buff. It makes me want to vomit looking at that thing.
Cleffa? You want
Um,
the little Cleffa?
Cleffa, I could kick that thing farther
That
than I could. I don't even know what to compare it to. I just want to kick it. Basically, is what I'm saying.
it does look like a
Um,
good soccer ball.
yeah, it does. Grand Bull. I think the Pokemon Company, they were on some kind of narcotic when they decided to, have Grand Bull as a fairy type.
Yeah. At least
Nothing
make him fairy
fairy.
fighting. That would have been
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. At
Like
least give them wings or something if you're gonna make them a fairy. That is an ugly fairy.
they're like
Um,
pink fairy.
it's disgusting. So yes, I will happily go with Azumarill.
All right. Okay, so we're on the starters here.
Easy vote for me.
Let's hear it.
For Alligator.
For alligator, I
But that's just me because
mhm.
like I said earlier, for personal opinion, just don't
Yeah.
I don't really vibe with Typhlosion that much. Just think he's
No.
kind of a basic design.
I look at these lines. I'm always water usually, so
Hmm.
am happy choosing this line. but I honestly wanted to give it the Totodile over for Alligator.
Well, yeah, I'll do that. I'm so down for that because I actually never picked Totodile. Funny enough, I did pick Cyndaquil when I
Hmm.
played the game originally.
Hmm.
And I do like Totodile more than Feraligatr. I think
Yeah.
Totodile definitely had more showtime in the anime.
Hmm.
And is just more special of a Pokemon that a Pokemon that people think more about, over Feraligatr or Crocodile.
Yeah. I think Crocodile's he's a little weird, but it works. I think if for Alligator just didn't have that goofy hump on his back, he would just go up so much more for me.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I
Totodile's
could
so
see what they
personable.
were. Yeah, yeah, he is. He's just a little goober that you just want to, you could have him as a little pet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm down for Totodile.
You okay with Totodile? All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Let's see here. Ooh, Gimmick Form.
Gimmick form. Okay, so
Hmm.
this will have to be more of your pick because I'm not too familiar with these gimmick forms or what they change or how powerful they get. So I'll let you.
These are all megas. I know that.
Okay.
So Mega Ampharos, I believe, goes to Electric Dragon.
Ooh.
I um Steelix design in game, like the 3D sprite, is really cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mega Houndoom is pretty good. I mean, they're all megas, so they're all really strong. I really don't have any bias here. I think they're all pretty cool looking. I
So
think I think I lean to Ampharos or Steelix, honestly, by their designs.
okay, well, I know personally, I think they did a disservice with Heracross with this.
Yes, 100%.
I think he's out of the question for gimmick form.
Mm.
Tyranitar, I mean, it looks like they gave him more armor, but I don't think it works well with his design.
And I think I've actually seen a video where somebody was actually made the argument that non-Mega Tyranitar was actually more competitively viable at the time that he was out. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Okay. I
I
think
might be
just for
wrong on
that,
that,
we should
but
omit him
yeah, I
from
don't love
the
the spikes growing everywhere. It's not my favorite.
maybe if the spikes and the extra armor were like a black color or something, like something
Yeah,
different, or
a
I don't
color
know,
change
just
would have been
too
cool.
much green, too much
Hmm.
going on. Not a fan.
Hmm.
I really think the combo of Dragon Electric for Ampharos is pretty cool. I think that was a good idea.
Hmm.
Um, Houndoom's design I think looks pretty cool.
It is
I like
pretty
the
cool.
extra bones they gave him around his collar and the
Hmm.
longer horns. Um, but yeah, I think for me it would definitely be between Ampharos, Houndoom, and Steelix. And if you said Ampharos and Steelix, I think that should be the two we decide,
Okay.
against.
All right. I'm just gonna go off what I like better. I
Yeah,
think I
gut
like
feeling.
yeah, I think I just like Steelix. Like his design in game just looks really cool. And
Yeah.
almost, I guess it kind of looks almost like Mega Rayquaza in a way. So, but
Yeah, and I think too, like just the fact that they felt like they needed to give Steelix a mega is just kind of funny.
yeah, it is. I mean,
Like
all the ones they gave Megas were like ones that like didn't
we're
need it.
already like yeah, I think it's kind of funny. But
Hmm.
yeah, I mean I think Steelix is a good pick. Ampharos definitely gets runner up
Yeah.
in this list. I think it's a well deserved runner up too.
Hmm. Actually, Steelix already got some love, and he kind of pitched me on Houndoom. I really do actually like him. Do
Oh
you wanna
yeah,
just give him a not a pity vote, but like a underdog vote?
yeah.
Are you cool?
Before we do give him the vote though,
Hmm.
if I would like to know like what changed with him with his mega. Did his typings change?
Give me 1 second, and I will. Um, I'm looking up his stats. I don't think his typing changed.
Well, I really don't think it needed to be honest. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
um, I think they did a good job making it look more dark.
Mm-hmm.
Really emphasizing that dark type that it shares with its fire type. Um, and then I think dark just coincides with fire. So if you make it more dark looking, it's going to be more fiery as well. So yeah, I think. that's a really dope design in my opinion. And I had just omitted him just because you originally said Ampharos and Steelix. But
Hmm.
yeah, if you're down to go towards Houndoom, especially since we gave Steelix and Ampharos love already, I'm completely okay with that.
Yeah, I think his upgrade. I'm looking at his stats. He gets 140 special with 115 speed, and he's got 90 in both defenses. It's
Wow.
it's a pretty good upgrade. He's got 600 BSD,
Yeah.
so I'm not
Okay.
mad at it. If
Yeah.
get a little off pick.
Yeah.
Try not
Change
to
it up a
favor
little bit.
something. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, our past three picks I think are pretty unique:
Hmm.
Azumarill, Totodile, and Houndoom.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Uh,
Legendaries.
this is a
Man,
good legendary
Gen
list. Like,
compared to Gen 1,
yeah,
because I've never been a huge fan of the birds. Their design is kind of minimalistic in my opinion. Um,
I think the
all the
dogs did it
legendary
way better.
dogs, yes,
They
they
did it so
did.
much better.
But then the problem lies with the two birds this gen are
Hmm.
amazing.
Yeah, the
So it's
two
like,
box arts.
and then Celebi, like,
Hmm.
dude, I love little Celebi so much from the movie, man.
Hmm.
And saving that little turd ball that was all riveled up and crusty looking, and then you know now it looks so beautiful. Um, this might be
Yeah, this is
the
probably the
toughest
hardest one
one.
for me in this whole category here.
Okay,
Um,
so we gave Ho-Oh a vote already, but
yeah,
that 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 doesn't mean we should omit him. That should only support that
yeah,
we
that's
do pick him in a sense.
to me,
Um,
Ho-Oh and Lugia is like a 51-49. And
yep.
the only reason I give Ho-Oh, I think honestly, the edge instead of making it split even is just because Lugia is flying psychic. If he was flying water,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been 50-50. Or even
Yeah.
water psychic, like I don't know.
Yep.
Just the fact that he's flying psychic when he's literally like the guardian of the sea, it just makes no sense to me.
Right. Yeah, that is interesting you say that. Definitely. And then, obviously Ho-Oh, I think Ho-Oh beats Lugia out with its design a bit.
Hmm.
Um,
Its
you
shiny
know,
is definitely my
black
top three.
shiny. Isn't it black shiny?
Um, no,
No, it's gold shiny.
yeah, it's honestly, like I said, probably in my top three favorite shinies.
Yeah, well, especially with the colorway they gave him originally with its shiny form to just add on top of that with how majestic and
Hmm.
yeah, I think Ho-Oh beats Lugia out, and I really can't see how we would put a legendary dog over Ho-Oh
Yeah, I mean
at the end of the day.
the only one that I would, I mean all three of them are really good. The only one I like do like a lot is probably Raikou, but I don't know if I like him more than Ho-Oh. I sent you a
Yeah,
picture of
I
shiny Ho-Oh too, by the way.
okay, yeah, it's gold. I was thinking Charizard when I said black, but yeah, dude, shiny Ho-Oh,
Hmm. It like I said,
man.
I mean I'm ultra biased on it because like I said, I just like Ho-Oh a lot, but
I think Ho has to win, dude.
I'm very happy with that.
It
I
has
really
so
am.
much going for it. Amazing shiny. Foreshadowed itself in the anime before
Hmm.
anyone even knew about it. Before obviously Ash even knew about it.
Hmm.
Better design than Lugia, in my opinion.
I agree.
Uh, Good typing.
Hmm.
Yeah, Ho-Oh definitely gets the vote.
Awesome. I am happy with it.
And just right off the bat for favorites, Ho-Oh is definitely top contender.
Hmm.
But I definitely would like to sway away from that if we can. So
I
let's
actually there's one Pokemon in this list that I like more than Ho-Oh.
okay, hold on. Let me look through here. So because I want to see if I can land at the same conclusion without hearing your foresight.
Hmm.
Um, so for me,
Hmm.
what would beat out Ho-Oh would have to be Umbreon.
Crobat. No, I'm kidding. I'm real.
I almost just crapped in my underwear, and I would have thrown it out the window if Crobat was your vote.
No, I'm Umbreon 100%. It's
Okay,
favorite evolution.
so I have to ask. I don't think you told me in the video, but what's your reasons for Umbreon?
Oh, definitely. there's this game console that Nintendo came out in back in the early 2000s called the GameCube, and there was Pokemon Coliseum. Absolutely loved the game. It was so infuriating that you could only catch like the Dark Aura Pokemon, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had that Umbreon and Espeon on my team at day one, and
Hmm.
they were on that until I beat the
Oh
entire
yeah.
game. And
Never got rid of them.
no, absolutely loved them. Um,
So what drew you more towards Umbreon at that time? Because I explained
mhm,
on my end, really gravitating towards Espeon at the time due to its offensive abilities.
mhm.
So what was it with Umbreon for you?
To me, Umbreon is just it's a very clean design. There's some bits and pieces with Espeon's design that I look at and I kind of want to critique it, like the two-pronged tail.
Yeah,
The whiskers are a little long. I don't know. It's a
yeah, I get
super.
what you're saying.
It's so clean. Dark type is a cool design. What he
Hmm.
does is it's just
Some
a
of the
cool,
some of the
yeah.
best. Yeah, like for the utility Umbreon is meant for,
Hmm.
it's best upper echelon in its class.
And it's like I already loved Eevee as it was, and then
Hmm.
just the fact that Eevee now got two new
A better
forms,
version. Yeah.
and they're even cooler than the last three.
Yes.
And yeah, I just fell in love like instantly playing that game. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. Sometimes simple is just better. Like you said
yeah,
with its design. Dark. It's dark is a type that you can easily come up with some good designs for dark type. I mean,
yes,
like Houndoom. I mean,
hmm
it's just that type that you can, you know, when you think of dark, you think of black, and then
hmm
obviously Umbreon is black,
hmm
and they just did such a good design with using what 90% of Umbreon's black, and then when you look at Umbreon, it's just kind of a simple design, and I think there's
hmm
something special with that.
there
So
is, and he's just I don't know. I think a lot of people resonate with that. He's just something about him is just special with a lot of people.
yeah,
Whether they played Coliseum or whether they just saw him for the first time, and it's just a really solid design, and I don't think anybody really ever complains about it, honestly.
yep, I agree. So
Hmm.
that is gonna get our favorite vote. Um, yeah,
I'm,
I think we did a good job with Gen 2. Um,
yeah, I'm
I,
scrolling
I
through this and
think,
I like it.
yeah, I do too. I don't think I'm gonna go through each type over again like I did,
Nah.
summarizing the first,
Hmm.
just because I'm gonna provide timestamps in my video. If anyone wants to rehear any of our thoughts about any type, I'll include that in
Hmm.
the description and in the timestamps. But,
I will do the
um,
same.
so yeah, I mean, I'm glad we got through another generation. Um, I'm excited to get through the next, how many, 7 generations now?
Yeah, I
Um,
mean the next three for me are heavy hitters, so I'm excited.
dude, yes, I'm definitely excited for 3 and 4 more so than anything else. I put the
Hmm.
most playtime into those, so yeah, can't wait to get to those videos.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy to see Gengar at the end, and I'm happy to see Umbreon right below him.
Awesome. So my headset's about to die, so would you like to close out the video?
Yeah, I've got everybody here. All right, guys.
Awesome.
This has been the Gen 2 list for us. We ranked them all. We appreciate you guys listening, spending time with us. Leave us some comments down below if you've got any thoughts. Other than that, we appreciate your time. Have a great night, guys. Bye.
See you guys.